and we are coming to you live. We are so excited to be here on today, and I am with my girlfriends from all across the country. Hey, you guys, give everybody a shout out, Gloria.
I'm so excited, you guys. This is such big, juicy one today. We're so glad that you joined the Force of Friendship and our girlfriend experts, Katrina.
Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here in Chicago. It might be snowy outside like it's Christmas, but we know it is April and we are excited about our guests.
Oh my goodness. It's your girlfriend, Sabrina Goodman-Mundy, all the way from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And we are excited about our brand new girlfriends today. Let's go. Take it away.
Let's go. Well, you guys, I am so excited to bring to you two phenomenal women. You guys, we have a treat for you. So many of you watched and was blessed by the Lifetime movie last week that featured the life story of the world-renowned Clark sisters. And you guys, did you know that over 2.7 million people watched that movie? You guys, it was the highest rated TV movie in 2020. Woo! That is so phenomenal. Well, you guys, the Force of Friendship girlfriends are over the moon excited to have with us Grammy award-winning gospel singer, musician, and songwriter Kierra Clark-Sheard, the youngest member of the legendary Clark sisters. You know, you guys, Kierra is a Grammy award-winning artist, and she has 17 albums with the Clark sisters, and she also has 5 solo albums. She is Detroit's very own. Yes, I am proud to say she is my home girl. She is my sister girlfriend. And when I tell you, the city of Detroit are so proud of them, and we call the Clark sisters our very own, born and raised. And so, Karen, I just want to thank you for being such an inspiration to me and being an inspiration to millions across the world. You guys, I know you're thinking, oh, that's awesome. But let me tell you, it gets even better because we are so thrilled to also have her amazing daughter, Kiera, AKA Kiki Sheard, with us on as well today. Kiera is a powerhouse singer in her own right. And you guys know the apple don't fall too far from the tree. She is a fashion designer. And you guys, I'm putting it out there by faith that she is going to be a soon Oscar award-winning actress. Okay, receive that, Kiera. Okay, so, and if you don't know, let me tell you, her amazing album is hot off the press. It was just released on yesterday, and we can't wait to hear all about it. So girlfriends, let's get this party started. So on today, we're going to start with Kiera, because I know since the release of her hot new album, trust me, she's got a phone call here, a Zoom there. When I tell you, everybody is pulling for her attention, because I'm telling you, that new album is everything. So, Kiera, my first question for you today is, can you tell us a little bit about how you were inspired to write this new, or how the inspiration for this new album came about? Can you share that with us, please?
Absolutely, and thank you so much for the really dope setup. I receive it all. So right now there's a single out. There are actually 3 songs. Well, the whole record is out. The release date is today.
Yes.
So it keeps happening. That song was really special to me. It was written by myself, produced by my brother, Drew Sheard. And for a long time, it's been about 5 years since I put out a record, but the Lord has blessed me and carried me over to still see work and have the opportunity to work with some of my friends in the industry, such as Tasha Cobbs, Travis Green, and so many others. But in that season, I was just kind of frustrated with the Lord, like, Lord, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to work with everybody else, but I'm ready for my own thing to take off. And so he just kind of clapped back at me and said, behold, I do a new thing. That's what his word says in Isaiah. If you look around you, you'll see that I'm doing something new. It's just not in the way that you're expecting it. And I had to apologize. I was like, Lord, my bad. But he had me to do some reflecting and to see that he was doing a new thing by the movie opportunity, by the clothing line, partnering with Macy's, the book deal, the deal we just closed off with. So he was literally setting me up. And I said, you know what, Lord, I don't want this to just be a season for me, but I want it to keep happening for me. I want it to be me stepping into my time. And so that song came from that place, and I've just been declaring it over my life. So it's like a song of declaration. And the record, it has a ton of I'll say, is the word declarative or declarative? What's the word?
I won't say declarative, but Sabrina is our linguist, so she would
Which
know.
one is it?
I don't know about that one.
Is that a word?
Declarative.
Well, we'll use both of them, okay?
It's a big deal.
It
okay?
just sounds
It's a big deal.
good. Tribe will put it in the
It's all
comments. Trust
good,
me.
okay?
They will
It's
put it in
all
the
good.
comments for sure.
It's good.
Mom said it just sounds good. So it's a song of declaration, though, because we believe in the power of our tongue. There's power of life and death.
Yes.
And so this record has those kinds of songs where you can declare and decree a thing over your life.
Nice.
Wow, that is awesome. Well, Kiki, let me just say this. All I know is my new jam is Don't Judge Me.
Right.
I tell you, I put that on. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be my workout song. This is going to be my song for a long time. And I'm telling you, I've listened to several of the other songs, and I promise you, this album is going to go to the top. So we're looking for a Grammy. Come on, we declare
I
that
receive it.
over the album. Yes, yes, yes. So Kierra, you know what? I can remember when you were a child. I can remember when you were a student at David Ellis Academy with
Yes.
Kiera and Buddy. And I so remember when your class graduated, they had you as the psalmist for the graduation class. And I remember sitting there listening to you as a young girl sing. And I said, uh-oh, let me tell you something. Those genes are strong, because I knew that as you got older, you were destined to be an amazing anointed singer, just like your mother. So thank you, Kiera, for inspiring so many young people. And I know that you will continue to do that. And so I'm going to throw it over to my girlfriend, Gloria, because I know she got a question to ask you.
You know I do, Chris, and I can't believe you didn't tell her I'm from Detroit too. Okay? I'll just say that right now. I know she took all the Detroit.
You know it. You already know that.
All the Detroitness. But I want to let you guys know I'm so excited to be your soul sister from Detroit as well. And we're so proud of both of you. Just so excited that you would take the time to come on here with us. And then I want to say to you that we loved the movie and we loved the conversation. So to both Karen for allowing it and Kiki for giving your best, your acting was over the top. You drew everybody in. You drew us in so good. We were just blasting it. I mean, every word. It was just awesome. And I was sitting there watching it with my 90-year-old mother-in-law, and she grew up in New York, and she was like, oh, she just loved, you know, when they start getting the beat, you know, they like feeling it. So it was awesome. But you know, all of us have daughters, and so many of our followers have daughters. And my question was, did your mother find your talent, or did someone else see your talent? And how did you guys master that with both of you in the house at the same time? A mother-daughter relationship is a very powerful one, but did your mom find your talent?
My mom found my talent. She was, I think they call it a momager, because she's a mom and a manager. She was like Dr. Maddie Moss Clark and Joe Jackson in one.
Wow.
I'm just joking. She was just Dr. Maddie. But my mom, I don't know if you all remember, which by the way, speaks to timeless. I want to be like my mommy. Yes. Timeless anointing and a timeless gift. Her record from 1997 has charted the charts on iTunes at number 18, as if it just came out last week.
Come on now.
Randomly. So, but on that record, She allowed me to debut at 9 years old, and I wanted to do everything else but sing. I wanted to do nails. I wanted to own my own shop. I wanted to play basketball. But my mother saw the gift in me, and she said, we about to focus in on that. And I'm so glad and grateful for my mother, because I wouldn't be getting the money that I'm getting if I didn't have her to tell me, you can sing, you better use it.
Right.
So I thank God for my mother.
Right. That is so good. You guys, during this time, you guys are bringing such light. You guys are bringing such light during this time, and for your album to be so fabulous. I want to thank you so much for that, because we got so much to be grateful for, even in this very dark time, us pulling together. So I'm gonna pass it over to Sabrina Goodwin Monday.
All right. Well, we thoroughly enjoyed the movie. We've been rocking your music for a long time. We can't thank you enough for the contribution that you've been to the world to make us feel better. I'm telling you, the Clark sisters, your family is the go-to to get up and feel better.
Got that right.
In this dark time, my goodness, you guys give us light, you give us hope. I want to ask the both of you if you felt the movie was a true portrayal, and if there's anything about the movie that you would have changed. And that's for Kiki and Karen.
You want to go first, Mommy?
Oh, sure. Yes, I believe they did exactly what we told them. They were at the beginning of it, the way it was established, that we all told our story from our different experiences. So, I mean, everything they have in there is fact. I mean, it's just the actual facts.
Beautiful.
And, when I tell you they portrayed it, I mean, it's Kierra. Now, she was just incredible. I mean, just to see another gift, you know,
Right.
Of course, Kierra has been on the national screen before. I don't know if you know, she played another character in some other big movie that she was so good at. This is so different. I mean, because it just goes to show you that God passed down gifts that, you know, he bring out. We don't know a lot of times why we go through troubles and trials and tribulations, because it's like sometimes we're like a tea bag. He placed it in hot water, and God said, that's the only way I'm gonna get the flavors out of it. Is you got to go through hot water. And just to see how my daughter sometimes went through trials, I went through trials, and to see her, this gift is, I mean, it came to fruition in more ways than one. I can't even explain. So I was just so shocked the way she portrayed me, and the actresses, those ladies on there, they sung their behinds off, and Anjanua, who played my mother, it was exactly the way we told the story to them. So yes, I was very pleased.
That's a beautiful thing, because many times the real story is not told, and the family members sometimes are a bit disappointed in the way the story is told.
Right.
So that's a blessing in itself. Just kudos. The other question is, what song of yours, in this dark time, we're all going through something, and the world is going through this incredible virus right now. What song of yours do you listen to that makes you feel better? I know each of you of the Clark sisters. And Kiki, what song of yours lifts you and makes it better for yourself?
Is it you mean from the Clark Sisters archive?
Clark Sister Archive, or your own song? I want to ask but of the Clark Sister genre, whether it be yours or your mom's and her sisters, which song does it for you?
Well, right now, what's doing it for me, what came to mind when you asked that from the Clark Sisters, Nothing to Lose is perfect. He gave me nothing to lose. Oh, to gain. So that just hits home run for me. Because I don't got nothing to lose, but God on my side, I will be all right. He said, I'll give you peace that surpasses all understanding, and I'll make sure that it guards your hearts and your mind. And if we believe that God is in control, you can trust that you have nothing to lose. He will work it out for you. So that one, and then it's a new song that just came out of mine, and it says, Something Has to Break. We have been praying so hard, bombarding heaven, and getting praise reports from our family members who have been affected by the virus. And this song for me is kind of prophetic, because it says something has to break. It can't be like this always. Our God is not like that, to just leave us in a trying time that is so hard on all of us. for too long. So those are two songs that I would select.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know you bad when you got two songs of your own. Okay, that's it right there, girl. That's it. What about you, Karen? I would love to know your song.
Well, my song right now would be Is My Living in Vain? It's just amazing how that particular song is ministering to me now. I mean, that song was written like years ago when I was like 16. Twinkie wrote that song. And to see it now, how God's word just remains faithful. I mean, and to see Is My Living in Vain, because up the road, that part right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stop and wonder, Lord, is it in vain? It's going on the road, not
Go ahead.
It's them talking about you not in vain. Listen, up the road, we being with God and serving God surpasses all of that. So I'm getting my reward right now. It's not in vain. It's not in. If I have another trial right now, I'm still saying that God is worth going through to get here. You know, it's worth going through to be a blessing to somebody else. And then that one blesses me right now. And then Kierra song, It Keeps Happening to Me. Y'all gotta get that CD. And today is her day. It came out. Let it bless you. It keeps happening to me. You better learn how to speak into your life positivity and not negative stuff all the time.
Yes,
it keeps happening to me right now. It's blowing my mind. God's blowing my mind.
I believe that. We gotta believe that. That's awesome. Tribe, go out there. Let's buy this music. Let's support the Clark sisters. They bless us so much, and we deserve to have that music in our archive. Thank you, girlfriend. Who's next? Katrina?
Oh yes. I mean, I'm just getting excited. Everything is excited. Kiera, I just want to ask you: do you have formal acting training, and what was the most challenging part about portraying your mother? I mean, amazing acting, but to portray your mother, I could only imagine. I mean, we all do that in the kitchen, you know, with our family on Christmas.
Right.
To do it on the world stage, and you did it, girl. You did it. So what was that like?
Thank you so much. It was really special, and I did have training. I had to audition for the film as well.
Did
and
you?
I had an acting coach, and she's out of Chicago. So shout out to Miss Josie here, and she's really special. The challenging thing about portraying my mother is that I'm a bit more talkative and aggressive. My mother is far more graceful and reserved. And sometimes she'll tell me, "You too loud, hush, be quiet, hush," you know, doing what the mother does. So that was I don't want to say it was the most challenging thing, but it definitely was even good for my development as an adult woman. And I had to see some things about myself that can be adjusted. I think the seasoned ladies would often say a woman is to be seen and not heard. So that was one thing that I've learned about my mom. Another thing too, or that was challenging, because again, I'm super energetic and just like, "Wah!" And it's just like, just hold on. So outside of that though, trying to sing like my mother, I literally was in the studio and I had moments when I had gotten lightheaded because I couldn't hit her notes, because she's a true soprano, and I was like blown away, and I was embarrassed. I had to ask one of the other cast members for help to sing my note that my mom sang, because she sang so high. So those were the challenges with this role. Just her being an alien as a vocalist, and then me having to be a little bit more observant.
Wow. You should see our tribe is commenting, downloaded the song, got the song, jamming to it now. So you can count on us, okay?
Thank you so much.
That is awesome. Chris, I'm throwing it back to you.
Wow. I'm telling you, this conversation has been amazing. Oh my goodness, Kiera and Karen, we appreciate both of you. Kiera, I know that you can't stay on here with us for the rest of the show because your people are calling people that are calling people, and everybody wants to talk to you. So we truly appreciate your time on today. And I promise you, we are going to be putting you on blast, putting your new CD on blast. And I'm telling you, I know it is going to go straight to the top. I declare that over your life.
Thank you so much, Lady Christette.
Love you. Talk
Love
to
you more.
soon. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, Karen, we so appreciate you for hanging out with us a little bit longer because we still have some questions that we want to ask you. You know, we always say inquiry minds want to know, okay? And so I have a question with you. Okay, I have two questions. So my first question is, what made you guys decide to have your life story brought to the big screen?
Of course, we have been asked maybe 4 or 5 years ago. We was reached out to by several major networks. And I'm sorry. I hope you can't hear my grandchildren. I'm so sorry. You can't hear them, can you?
It's all good.
We're all focused on you. We are focused on you.
I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry. But yeah, we were approached by some major networks, but then, and we were trying to include our sister Denise. So shout out to my sister Denise. And of course, we have every family have some issues and some differences, and so we were trying to include her, but at the time it didn't work out. So they came back again, thanks to Lifetime. Shout out to Lifetime that reached out to us again, so we were able to do it with the 4 of us. And of course, when they told us that they want the raunchy stuff, that they want the drama, I was like, okay, well, let me see. Let me see. Now, see, everybody know what the drama is now, right? But we had some drama that we didn't even reveal. But however, I think the way they put the story out there, they did an excellent job. They did exactly they just did a little bit of embellishment. You know how they do, but the bottom line, they gave the true story.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So Karen, I gotta ask this: if your mama, Dr. Maddie Moss Clark, was alive, what would your mama say about the movie?
Ooh, well, everybody knows my mother's personality now. So considering that, she would probably be okay with it. She would be okay with it. She would probably say, now y'all, now don't put too much negative stuff out there on my girls. She would make that point. But I think she would be okay with it. And most of all, she would say, this will be a blessing to families. This will be a blessing to mothers. This will be a blessing to single mothers, to everyone, period. So siblings, and because my mother was always one that whatever she did, she wanted to make sure God be pleased with it. And she wanted to make sure that what God gave her and why she placed her in that position of even being, where she was in our church organization and what she went through with the church. And she said, always said, you know what? God has me here for a reason, to be a blessed. My misery, it will be ministry. So I'm just going to press my way and move forward, move past what you have to. So I think she would say, okay, good job portraying me with throwing the shoe. She would say, good job to Anjanou. So yeah, she would be pleased. Answer your question.
She would be pleased. Oh my goodness, that legendary shoe throwing.
Right.
Listen, I've heard, your boy Chucky, my husband Chucky, has told me the story about your mother, but she was an amazing woman. And I'm telling you, they did such a good job portraying her in that movie. And so I'm assuming, was there any pushback or hesitation about showing the good, the bad, and the ugly? How did your sisters feel about that?
Well, it was some things that we had gone through. It was some pushback on some scenes that we didn't want to go through. Now with my father, I'm just gonna put it out there. My father wasn't as abusive as they portrayed it. I mean,
Interesting.
it was some
Very
many
interesting.
days.
Yes.
It was some many days. Of course, I was younger then. And that was the side of Jackie where she was older. Jackie was raising us because mom was on the road. So Jackie was raising us. So that was in the days of when my mom was in the divorce. So, I mean, not taking away from her story at all, but from what my perspective was when I was growing up, my daddy spoiled me. Okay. So, I mean, it was a few embellishments, but from Jackie's perspective, I'm not taking it away. We had an argument on that. We was like, Jackie, are you serious? You're gonna tell him that story? So we kind of hit heads then. But Jackie said, well, this is my story and I want to tell it. And I was like, okay. But as sisters, you know, that's what happens.
That's right.
But we still love each other in spite of. So yeah, it was some pushbacks on. And then it's listen, we can have a part 2. And it will still go crazy. We can have a part 2 and we wouldn't mind putting it out there because, you know, watching it now that we see that, you know, some of this stuff is out there, we hear families saying, wow, you know what? We've encountered the same thing and you all got through it. Some people said, no, we still at odds right now. So, you know, it's ministering to families, you know. So yeah, it was some moments. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know what, like you said, you know, I have 4 sisters. And so I totally understand how that works. And matter of fact, you know, even in the force of friendship, you know, we got the one that we call the messy one that, you know, always give you a little bit of pushback. I'm going to throw it over to her right now. That would be Sabrina.
Okay. Karen, I'm not the messy one. I'm the nicey one. Okay.
That ain't true. That ain't true.
Messy, bougie. What else we got? I don't know, but they all. But complicated. But this is Karen. Because we are all about friendship and empowering each other, we know that, my goodness, to do life, it takes patience. It takes giving people space. It takes respect, admiration, all of that. With your girlfriends and with your sisters, who you're in business, you're doing life with them. What advice would you give to our girlfriend tribe to be the best in your own space, but to be better for your girlfriend along the way?
Well, you know what? I mean, considering what's happening now with this virus, this should be a wake-up call to everybody. I mean, this should be such a wake-up call to, you know, we should have more love for each other. We should embrace each other more. I mean, it should be like you should be rebooting right now. And I believe that that's what God is saying, that he wants to do a reboot in everybody. Nobody is exempt. Everybody, I mean, the White House, you got to do a reboot. It hits the leaders of our churches, pastors, bishops, first ladies. I mean, it's hitting everybody. The doctors, lawyers, hey, everybody's getting hit. So, you know, this should be a moment where we try to be the best friend that we could ever be to our sisters and our brothers, and to just reach out to each other, because tomorrow is not promised. I mean, to see how people and so many, death came near us all.
Right.
Death came near us all. My mother-in-law right now, they gave her such a small chance of living until now. Looking at it, thanking God, I got so much of, I said, when she get out of there, I'm going to wash her feet. I'm going to comb her hair. I'm going to be at her feet, because I have so much of appreciation to God for her life. So it's like we have to reboot and do things better, love better, you know, reach out more to each other. And that's my advice, because let's recognize the call of God, what he's saying to us.
Let's recognize. Wonderful, wonderful. That's awesome. That's awesome. Girlfriends, who else is next? A question.
I just wanted to say that with the movie, I'm sure you guys negotiated that way before. And with Sabrina's question, the timing of the movie coming out right now, I mean, God was all in that. Because everybody was home. We all watched it, and it has been the best thing I have watched on TV through this shut-in. And I'm sure you guys have talked about that as a family, about how you know, we know God was in the details. We know that was a setup for you. And so what's next for you? What's next for the Clark sisters?
Well, we have so much. I mean, they have people already calling us now for tours. They're calling us for concerts and everything. You know, we gotta give a shout out to Queen Latifah, Mary J. Blige, and Missy Elliott, who contributed being executive producers on this movie. We got to give a shout out to them. God has a way of having people such as their caliber to use their platform to have his ministry go out to a world that people don't even know us. And you know, we've been so confined in the church walls, but God has a way of allowing his ministry to go out and to have this moment of this movie of tapping into people that we don't even know. Now, people have reached out to us now. They're reaching out now, trying to plan us being on the award shows. And as a matter of fact, let me just put this out here. Somebody just sent me a clip of our dear sister, Wendy Williams, and just giving us a compliment on the movie.
Really?
So when I tell you that God is good all the time,
they don't, hey,
no,
Karen, they don't know the backstory to that.
Right. Well, we ain't even going, wait, they'll get it late. You can get that on your own, but there is a backstory to it.
I know it.
There's a backstory, but God is good. So, you know, they reach out to us. You know, God has a way of flipping things. So then they're still reaching out to us. So we have plans. You'll be seeing us. I mean, God, I can't even count it on my fingers, the tours and the things that are being set up right now. So it's a lot coming.
Wow. Thank you. You should see the comments. I mean, you are ministering to us right now and to our whole tribe. So thank you so much. I'm passing it back to Gloria and then.
Well, I just want to say, Karen, first I want to say this to you. You look absolutely gorgeous. You really look absolutely gorgeous. I want to say your fire and your passion in what you just told us today has been life-changing. Seriously, to have this opportunity, to have this new additional platform that wasn't there 2 weeks ago, and to see what you're doing with it, the word that you're sending out. And then what's captured in my mind is that it's going to be Mother's Day really quickly. And this picture of you with your grandchildren over there and your daughter on, you know, and then you're talking about your mother, you know, I just want to tell you that you're capturing so many hearts here at a time that so many mothers are doing so many things, and that they're in struggle and they are in need of God's word, and they're so needing to be moved with the passion and the music and the role modeling at a time like this when mothers really are homeschooling. They are like pulling their hair out, trying to do their absolute best. So I just thank you for that role modeling so much. And then I had it on my sheet of paper. I do want to say again, I mean, Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, and Mary J. Blige, and the Clark-Sheard. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Christmas every single day. So thank you so much. I'm gonna throw it back to Chris, because I just want to tell you, Karen, your passion and your presence and your role model was massive right now.
Thank you. That ministered to me. Thank you so very much. That just blessed me. That moment, this moment period with you, all of you being on here, it's just ministering to me. So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Well, Karen, you know what? Literally, we could stay on here with you for another whole hour, because we know that we have just not even touched the surface of all that you are, the Clark sisters. And when I tell you, hopefully, you know, you'll come back and share, because I know your schedule is going to be super crazy. You guys have so much that you're going to be doing. But I just want to personally thank you for being so kind, for being one of the things that I will say that I know personally about the Clark sisters is when you see all the accolades that they have, when you see all of what they've done in their lifetime, you will not meet the nicer, the kindest,
Thank you.
humble, just gracious. When I tell you, your mother and father, they did an amazing job of raising women that turned out to just be a blessing to the world. And so I personally want to thank you, Karen, for your heart. Thank you for not even hesitating to be a part of this platform. And so we truly wish you and the Clark sisters greater success. And I know that greater is coming to you guys. Just know that your girlfriend, Lady Chrisette from Detroit, Michigan, loves you to life and look forward to hearing about all of the amazing things that you are going to do. And Keynote as well. So much appreciate her jumping on to be a part of the Force of Friendship. So to all of our tribe, we hope that you have enjoyed our conversation with the legendary Karen Clark-Sheard and her wonderful, amazing daughter, Kiera. Listen, you guys, if you don't do nothing else today, go and get Kiki's new songs that have just been released. I promise you, it is going to bless you. I promise you. Don't judge me. Hi. All right, you guys, check us out.
Chrisette,
Yes.
Lady Chrisette, can I just say one thing? Because
Yeah,
there's
sure.
a connection that perhaps I want to say thanks to you and your family. Thank you, Bishop, you. And, you know, first of all, that has to be part two. I can't do it right now because we're closing out. But I have to say thanks to you. And you've been a dear sister to us. And thanks to Bishop. He's been a brother, and the family has been a brother. But see, we go way back because my mother and Bishop Ellis Sr., Charles Ellis Sr., what they were like this.
Yes,
And
yes.
wait, and let me tell you part two. I'm going to just put this out there and I'm going to leave it alone. Part two in the movie should be when Kojic had a problem with my mother connecting with the apostolic.
Oh, Lord.
Woo, but my mother said, look, God loves us. We're all one. So that's part two. But just thanks to your family. And we'll never forget Bishop Ellis Sr., Charles Ellis Sr. Please give Bishop my love. Thank you, ladies. You've been a blessing to me.
Sure
Thank
will. Love
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.